Alright, we might as well get into it. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I am just cloning one of these, duplicating one of these tabs. And then we're fixing up the first issue I've come across today. So I've done an update on Mac and it has just bought things. So stuff like Git isn't working. Oh, Git I got fixed last night. It's still fixed. But I didn't realize Python was broken, which is really annoying. Alright. Alright, let's just copy this. Mac OS update. You guys? Ooh, took a little while. You're not running the command from within a virtual environment, but the thing is, I am inside a virtual environment. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, open up a new tab. Let's actually colorize this. I've got my NPN running perfectly fine now. I'll zoom in so anyone can read this. And let's fix up this issue. This happens every now and then. And today we are joined with Socks. Oh, she's running. Socks. Did you want to stay in bed? There you go, sweetie. Stone and scratches for you. Right. Okay, let's see if Python is installed. What the hell did Apple do? Oh. Alright, so. Nope. I didn't mean you to run to the bed. Alright, cool. I've been getting error when I. Yep. Yeah, cool, yep, alright, let's they'll find that they no longer have the system provided Python 2, there's a reason, yep, alright, sweet. Alright, cool. Looks like I just have to reinstall Python. Oh, it's alright. It's doing that thing. I don't want to install Python 2. I want to move on. So, she's not on camera. I should actually just. Socks. Look up here and say treats. Say treats. No, she's not saying treats. Alright, okay, that's gonna take a little while to install. Okay, so I'm thinking of landing on 3.8, but I hear this is really, really fast. I don't want to go too far into the future because I do want to be able to support these ones. And hey, Aiden! Yes, this would be very long term. Thank you very much for the 16 months of support. It is greatly appreciated. How have you been? Do you guys autumn yet over there? Oh, I just realized I haven't actually plugged in my power. Been good? Nice. And hey, RW Grimm. I hope you're going well. Thank you very much, Aiden. Yes, how was the rest of your stream? Because I'm trying to think when I left. I think when I finished, I just had meetings for the rest of the day. I think I left at the end of the day without saying goodbye. I'm terribly sorry about that. Late enough to raid you for once. Fair enough. And Socks is here too. I'll tell you what, I will give her a treat. Treats are somewhere over here, I think. Oh God, where did I put the treat? I'm traveling soon and I need to organise my desk. There we go. But alright, had to bail on the conversation this widget for now, but got a bunch of other stuff to work out and finish. Oh, nice. And there we go. So everyone, this is Socks. She joins my streams because she knows she gets treats. Okay, sweetie. Oh. And I'll move that little mini me out of the way. So, for those who have just joined, my name is Robotic Head. I work on a project management system called NearBeach. Once Socks has finished eating the... Are those greenie treats? Yes, yes they are. So, this one's the catnip flavour. It's green. So, the green screen effect is working. So yeah. So I'm working on a project called NearBeach. So at the moment I can only show the production version of it. Yeah, those boys love those ones too. Yes, yes. I started buying them for when I had Toby Tripod well over a decade ago, because it was the only way I could get them inside at night. So yes. Anyway, so I'm working on an open source project management system called NearBeach. The idea of NearBeach is that you can create organizations, customers, you've got a Kanban board functionality, you've got projects, requests for change, requirements, and tasks, all in one sort of little package. I will eventually extend it out with other sort of nifty features too, but at the moment we are currently working on the request for change features. So if any of you have ever deployed stuff at tech companies, universities, or anything like that, a lot of places go through what's called a request for change. The idea is, sorry, I just cut myself. The idea is it's a checklist, a task list of everything that needs to be done for a deployment. It's got backup plans, checks, and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. Sadly, I must have done an update on my Mac and Python stopped working. So I am just reinstalling Python at the moment. So I do apologize. I only found this out just then. Yeah. Otherwise, we get to hang out. I'm probably going to... I mean, 3.9 and 3.10, I'll probably install one of those Python versions and we'll get everything up and running. So, yes. Anyway, so, I've got a demo. So, if you're... Dang updates, I know! And I just fixed the Git too. At any rate, I need to find some food and have good soup. Oh, yep, you too. Well, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you for raiding. I don't know why I said you too. Thank you very much for the raid. It is great. And yes, enjoy your food. I keep tripping myself up. So if you go to that site, everyone, you've got the team leader and the test email there. You can actually join and actually log in. So this is an old version of NearBeach. I've been meaning to update it for months now. This will actually happen. The wizard is no longer there, but it will be eventually put back in. So yeah, we'll be working on this once I can get it running on my local. 310 would be good because they didn't have performance increase in that version. Yes. All right, cool. So, yeah, let's see where it is. Oh, is it done? All right, cool. And then, sorry, socks is actually in the way at the moment, so not installed. All right, so how do they do it? PNV. Oh, I've just done the wrong command. 310. Oh. Anyway, thank you. I've also got food here with me. What? See all versions with... Oh, okay. Okay. And I tell you what, you guys get to watch socks whilst I eat. I'll turn that down, sweetie. There you go. So at school, I once had to do a C++ and accidentally created a memory leak. It happens. It happens. So I learnt C 15 years ago. Am I good at it? No. So Grim is really good at it. I used C++ when I was a junior with the Qt framework. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Qt framework. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? I hope you're going well. I'm just having to reinstall Python. Yes. It is very, very picky. Yeah, it's very strict with its variables, which I do miss. I personally do miss that. But I'm just crazy like that. Eventually NearBeach will have TypeScript in it, but not today. Some people like it, some people hate it. I can see the benefits for both sides. So sometimes you really want to be strict on what people can actually put as variables in objects and so forth like that. And other times you just want to write something and get it out. Okay. This is where reading the instruction is important. So versions. Hold on, so I have to... Oh no. Alright, no, let's not panic. I think there could be a nice middle ground where you can say, I don't really care what his car is type-wise, but this one I do. Yep. Fair enough. I was just wondering, are you using the like the good old object example of cars? You know, where they teach you, be like, oh, this is a car, it's got this and that, and this is an object, and classes and all that. Class/object example. Is number a string? I don't think this one has it. No. Alright. No, don't worry. I'm just going crazy. Yeah. I think sometimes there should be a middle ground at times. All right, bash profile, zsh. I think I also saw. Okay, relaunch the shell or run. Yeah, let's just do. All right, cool. We got it fixed. That's all I care about. All right. I'm just removing my VM. Cool. Virtual env. So I'm just reinstalling virtual env. So this is equivalent of resetting up my dev environment at the moment. Oh yeah, they use the teacher example. So I was given the car example. And it was clearly just copied and pasted from somewhere on the internet. Alright, pip install, let's just upgrade pip. Okay, cool. So virtual environment, VM, I just use VM as default. Ooh, alright, pip. Alright, cool. I'll go through those commands at the moment. It looks like there's a bit of conflict on my computer at the moment between different versions. I will have to clean this up. Otherwise it's just going to drive people nuts. So what I've done is when I've tried reinstalling with just a plain pip, it's already been requirements already set. As you can see, it's 3.8, 310 and all that kind of stuff. So what I've done is Python 310 -m, and then I've done virtual environment, virtual environment. And that seems to have worked. That's nice. Sorry, that's my drink at the moment. All right, so we should see our virtual environment in here. Here it is. So what we want to do is we want to go source VM bin activate. So that should bring us into here. We should have our own version of pip in here. So pip install, we've got to reinstall everything. So I'm doing the -r. You can just recreate the symlink for pip. Oh, sweet, great news. All right, I'm gonna have to actually do that. Saves me having to do what I was gonna do, which was just purge everything and then start from the start again. But if it's just a simple symlink, done. So pip install -r. And then what I want to actually install is the requirements.txt. So that is not here. It will be in site NearBeach requirements.txt. So that's where I'm just storing my source code. Which pip will tell you where it is. Ooh. Actually, let's try this right now. So, I'm in the. Give me 2 seconds. I don't want to do this in here because I'm inside the virtual environment. I want to do it on a clean shell. Okay, so I've just got to reset that one. Oh. Alright. Oh, they're both under high-end. Oh, wrong one. Stuff. Alright. I don't know where that sim link goes, if that is. They'll fix it up later. I'll figure it. Well, when I say I'll figure it out, I'll Google it. There you go, sweetie. Alright. So, we should be in here. Manage run server. This will hopefully run. There we go. Done. Oh, that's not a link. Yeah. I can figure it out. Yeah, it should be. But I did just reinstall this using brew. Yeah, Macs are weird. Yes, they are. Coming from Linux, there are some things on here which I'm like, oh, that's a bit different. Okay. Let's open up localhost. Let's zoom in for you guys, and let's do the new request for change. So this is what it currently looks like. I do want to get back into that wizard sort of form. So I'm using Vue.js as a front end. We were using a piece of software which did create the wizard forms. However, that was not supported in Vue.js 3. So we've had to ditch it. And I am either doing one of two things. I will A, fix it, or B, I will find another piece of software. So if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to jump into our Discord and make those recommendations. I am all ears. So let's go to UTrack. Let's go to our issues. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Between dates component needs a flag for disabling dates before today. I think we were doing this one. So down here, we can't have a request for change before today. You can have one today. Sadly, I can't change the times, which is a bit of a pity. Unless I figure out something tricky. But, yeah. Well, sorry, I'm also eating at the same time. I haven't really eaten today. So we disabled anything before today. What we've also got to do is... Well, there's a bunch of stuff we've got to do. Okay, so we've done that. I think I'm happy with this. And then, sorry, I'm just searching for something. So we've done this. What we've got to do is get this, submit RFC for approval. Approve RFC. Waiting to start. So what we've got to do is, we've got the start task, we've got cancel, we've got no downtime. Oh, we needed to do this. And did I get the start working? Oh, whoops. Okay, I think I found a bug. Okay. So someone should submit that to RFC. Because this particular group this is assigned to, which is none, there are no team leaders, it automatically goes into starting. And then this really should be start RFC. And then you should be able to start these tasks. Like so. So I've mucked something up. Alright. Let's have a look at the back end. So for those who are unfamiliar with Django, Django has this lovely administration backend where you can key in each table in here and they'll just appear. So with the change tasks, we're looking at the status. So that falls on approved. And then we need one where it falls on status. Ah, that's started though. Might have mucked this up. It's not a problem. Because if we go into each one of these, let's open up the view. Oh God, too much. We've got change task results. We don't actually have the got the request for change, but we don't actually have the request for change status. So we're gonna have to add in an extra step. Okay. But in the meantime, let's see this. Between dates component needs a flag for disabling dates before today. Oh, yep. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record that other issue. User can start change tasks before starting the RFC. Okay. Method. User log into NearBeach to set up an RFC so that it is at the approved stage. Waiting to be started. Navigate to that RFC. Click on a change task object. Start the change task object. Alright, so expected results cannot start the change task without starting the RFC first. Actual results can start the RFC. Alright, Okay, notes. We might need to either do one, feed down the RFC status and only have the ability for these to start when the RFC has started. Two, add in an extra step. Slash status. That does not get that. Okay. That's dates. We are waiting for the RFC to start. Okay, this is actually going to be a. Oh, this is a major. No, it's going to be critical if I actually do the second one. Request for change. Hey, sweetie. Alright. Cool. As for this, the between dates one, in some areas that use the between dates components, i.e. change task, will need to include a flag that will disable all dates before today's date, no backdating. This is because of the business processes around those particular fields that do not like backdating. Cool. So let's start with this one. So straight off the bat, we are opening up our source, our JavaScript, our components, dates, and between dates. So let's discuss change task will need to include a flag that will disable all dates before today's date. No backdating. Okay, so in our props, what we want, no backdating. This will be a simple type of Boolean. Yep, with a default of, all right, sweet. And now I'm gonna eat my burrito. Oh god, I got sauce all over me. Alright, so we've got no backdating. And very similar to how we set up the RFC, we'll have a function down here that will deal with the dates. So, go to request for change, new request for change. It would be under RFC details. So it would be implementation and release dates. So it would be part of the date picker. Is date disabled? So in here, the between dates. Oh, we've already got something in here. All right. Oh, I've already programmed this. And I completely and utterly forgot I programmed it. So let's get rid of this. Okay, so end date model comes in as a number. And this gets converted into or maybe not. Just wait. I might be confusing myself. Oh, okay. Making sure that this happens. So I still need a check. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll undo the delete. Uh-oh. Oh, that Christ. Oof. And then this is just I'm just doing this as a test. Okay, it should take a couple of seconds to render. Let's go new request for change, just because we know it'll be on here. Oh no, it won't be. I'm just opening up a draft RFC. So returning true will disable everything. Okay, cool. I just needed to get that out of the way. All right. Return. Oh wait. Let. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a variable name and I've suddenly just tripped over it. Okay, so let disabled date equal false. Alright, let's get rid of this line. Let's remove this. Let's bang this on here and go and disabled date. So both conditions have to be true to delete stuff. All right, to stop it from working. Okay, just waiting a couple of seconds whilst it compiles. Let's go up here. Let's go bang. All right. Looks like I can do ahead in the future, but if I look back, I can still do back here too. Not what we want. Now I'm just double checking that this works, functionality, and that I'm actually testing it in the correct spot. So it works here. All right. So, we've got a tricky situation. Because the one problem here is we still want to keep that logic in place, because we still don't want people selecting dates before that. No. Dealing with an or statement, and I'm just thinking of this logic wrong. Alright. Hopefully I don't have anything in the beard. Yep. Oh, alright, cool. So, Socks has just decided to go off. She got a treat, so she's happy. So that's looking like that is working. So, if this dot no backdating, and then we're essentially copying the same logic that is used over here. So if we scroll down to the disable disable date. Where's my... Is there only 3 on here? And how is this working? Oh, it's a mix in. Oh, it's just gonna throw a whole lot in there. Damn it. Alright, no, not a problem. We just gotta work with this mixin. So for those who don't know what a mixin is pretty much reusable code. Yep, mixing in the mixin. Mixing. Yeah. Mixins, I should say. So we've got a disabled date in here. And we've got a timestamp. So what I could do is I could just mix-ins, yeah. What I could actually do is still use this mix-in and just send through a timestamp of which I can get back the result and update that result. So what we want to do is we want to actually include that mix-ins here. So, and I haven't included it in here, so mix-in, import, this would be a disabled date from, then this is where I've got to find where it is. Mix-ins, and then date time mix-in. Singular. And then press the right key to key that off, and then mix-ins. I'm thinking it's an array, if memory serves me correctly. And is it disabled date or disabled? Disable date. Alright. And now just watch this to see. It says success. Oh, wait. Yep, it says successful. So down here in here we should have this dot disable date, and then we just put an end date, but we disabled date equals, and remove that there. Oh no, I actually no, alright. Okay. Some of you might notice that I do the little underscore casing and stuff like that whenever I'm dealing with local variables, so that it doesn't clash with a sort of more global variable. Not saying that this is a global variable, but yes, it's, as you see, I don't want to accidentally cause any confusion in the code, so my underscore literally just states, hey, this is just really only for this one little tiny section here. So it just removes that sort of complexity. Now that should, local versus object scope, I guess, yeah. It's tripped me up so many times. It's something I've just been doing for years now, and no one really has complained about it. So, yeah. Alright. So, that should in theory work. So let's do a similar thing here. Let's disable date equal false by default if this dot no backdating. Oh, if this. So by default should be false. Equals this dot disable date and date, like so. So that should hopefully work. Do you have a contributing guide for NearBeach? So if so, it might be good to add there. Yes, I do. Zoom in for everyone. I don't have specifics on how I code in here. It's something I might need to put in. Alright. I've got to update this product version to do Meanbox set up new features for NearBeach. This is actually a production version of NearBeach, so I am actually using it. So requirements, projects, tasks, requests for changes. Gonna go through all this soon. Kanban board, dashboard, search, organize administration. Actually, this would fall under administration. So let's actually put in, or JS Python style, yeah. And link from it there. That's actually a good idea. And then just put my amendments at the bottom, being like, all right, cool, follow these particular style guides. However, for these particular cases, this is what I do. So yeah, all right, cool. Implement /connect Python /JavaScript style guide to NearBeach contributing guide. Okay, so put that in there. It might be an idea to implement a style guide. Copy. I link to existing. Not copy, link. Then place the amended sections below it. For example, with JavaScript, our local variables in a function shown usually have in case with underscores to differentiate it from other more global slash. What was the word you use? Object scope. Snake case. Thank you. I keep forgetting the case's names. I know camel case, and that's it. What was it? For ages I was calling something taco case, and I don't know why. I do know why, because I got confused about the food. Kebab case. For some strange reason. For some strange reason, so pretty much the class names and the normal HTML and all that kind of stuff. I kept calling this taco case because someone told me it's kebab case, like the food, and for some strange reason, I remember the food part, but just the wrong food. So, yeah. One day we'll make a kebab case, or taco case, sorry. Confusing myself again. Anyway, Socks is back. She's like, I'm back. Oh. Yeah. go. Tacos are pretty tasty. Yes, they are. I'm currently eating a burrito. I'm a big fan of burritos. Don't get me wrong, I love food. Alright, so I did save that. Yeah, so I'll put that up higher. Old version of NearBeach, that bug I fixed. I really should just spend a day just updating. It won't take a day. Updating these. I did have a system in place to update them, but I never implemented. Okay. So, we've just done those changes there. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, we've just done those changes. Just gotta wait for a little while. It should be compiling. There we go. Alright, I broke something. End date is not defined. Yep. Because that's meant to be start date. Now we just wait a couple of seconds. Sorry about this. This does take a second on my computer. It's a lot faster than it was when I was using Visual Code. Do you have plans for integrating GitHub webhooks so you can add things to auto-close tasks? That is actually a really good question. I have this in here. So yes, it's on the board. But baby steps at the moment. I've got to implement the auth first and then have that ability to pull in those particular tasks. So with NearBeach, when you have objects, so for example, you've got the bugs. So at the moment, I've only programmed in Bugzilla. The problem is this won't work at the moment because I've shut down the NearBeach Bugzilla. So this will actually error out. Like so. So I've done Bugzilla. I do want to get UTrack. I do want to get GitHub. I do want to get the GitLab and stuff like that. So you can pull in all your issues into here and link them up to projects and so forth like that. So that is on the board. I've just got to figure out how it will work and all that kind of stuff. Looks so old. UTrack is great. Yeah, Bugzilla is quite old. However, there is a new Bugzilla that is sort of coming out, which I was going to try and use. Yeah, Bugzilla is old. Look, it came. Can I zoom this in? I'll just zoom in. So number 5, which I was using, came out in like 2015, and nothing has happened with it since. I remember being excited, being like, oh my god, there's an update, and then nothing for the last 3 years. And that's 2021. We're nearly in 2023, which would be over here. They did have a newer version, which I just didn't get installed or working. Because we moved to Azure, we're using the app servers. So I don't think I can show that safely on stream. Let me just... Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just making sure I'm not showing anything too fancy. Alright, cool. I shouldn't be showing anything too fancy. So we're using the app services. Ignore the sweet CRM. I haven't actually fixed that up yet. So the problem is, if we hit create, NearBeach marketing. let's say bug za. We can do Docker containers. We can do code, but with the run stack, there's no Ruby here. What? Oh no, not Ruby. There's no Perl here. That's also another reason why I upgraded NearBeach's marketing site to Umbraco. This does Ruby 2.7, but our Rails build was Ruby 3. So we kind of hit an issue where we're like, oof, I'm limited to this, and I don't want to keep spinning up VMs and trying to keep them safe and secure when I've got stuff like this, where I can just hopefully set and forget the administration side of things. So yeah. I'm gonna leave that page. So yeah, long the short is I couldn't port Bugzilla to Azure, so I checked out UTrack and I was like, great, cool, done. I didn't want to build my own bug tracking service yet. Hopefully one day. Oh god, there's so much guacamole. Can you not throw a container on them? I tried. I'm not the best at Docker yet. So what I did was had a look at Docker Hub, like Bugzilla. I've got to remove that focus stuff sometimes. I didn't see that the other day. But I had a look up here, and I had a look at all of this. Harmony! Bugzilla Harmony is the new one. And I just couldn't get it to run. So, yeah, that... It's most likely caused by lack of knowledge on my behalf. So, yeah. Talking of security, I probably need to update and upgrade my VPS. Yes! That is something you should be doing. Sorry, oh god, it's falling apart. So I'm struggling with my burrito at the moment. Alright. That's a big struggle job. Auto updates are good as long as your machine isn't critical. Mm-hmm. Yep. Second that. And I think in the past what I've done for critical services, if there's multiple, usually when there's critical there's always redundancies, is update the redundancies first, test on the redundancies, and slowly put the load all on the redundancies, and then update the main one. And then that way we find out all the issues on the redundancies before we get to the main one. I think other places do things a bit differently, and it should be a lot easier nowadays with Kubernetes. I think I'm going to set up auto updates since it's only running. Oh yeah, fair enough. And then you can also have uptime robot. So I've got this pointing at NearBeach. Oh, actually I better check to make sure I don't have clients on here. I've lost my password anyway. Alright. Kind of glad I didn't share that screen. It looks like I need to reset my password. Nice feature of Ansible that allows you to do percentage of the servers, then if there's no errors, do that. Yes, so Nomad also had a similar thing, which was cool. And I'm thinking, does Kubernetes have that? You gotta type today. Oh, fair enough. Have you seen me type great today? I'll speak even better. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Alright. So, getting back to this, the between dates, so that should all be working. I've probably closed the screen. Yeah, I've probably closed the one I didn't want to close, but that's fine. Just open it up. All right, let's find it. Let's go search. Let's go to a draft. I'm pretty sure you can do all that in Kubernetes. Ah, yes. Sit down and actually properly watch some good videos of Kubernetes. All right, this is no longer working how we want it to. So September the 19th, 2022. Yeah, all right. All right, no, it's working. But the one problem is we can't select the same day. All right. Ansible is much lower level than that, though. It's basically a bash SSH. Ooh. It's got some. Ah, okay. It's a big word for me, though. Idempotency. Oh, socks. I just set that up for you. There we go, sweetie. Stay there. Someone's probably going to redeem treats. The property that ensures that results from the operation are the same, even if the function is applied multiple times beyond the initial application. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Yep, treats. Alright, camera's lacking. Alright, secret screen. Alright, socks, you're in luck. In your bed. In your bed, sweetie. In your bed. Yep, keep going. Keep going, good girl. Alright, we'll put the treats right here. Move the little mini-me out of the way. We'll bump you down. There we go. Doing it as a, yeah. Good timing. Good timing. Alright, socks. Oh, wait. There's another one. I get to quickly eat the rest of my burrito. And no one can see it. All right. She'll be there. All right. Let's get back to this. So one thing is if I select the 19th here, it won't let me select the 19th. And this a lot of the times this will be 5-10 minutes apart, which is annoying. Okay. So we've got a bigger problem here. And the instant she moves off her bed and I move the camera here, she goes back to bed. She's like, more treats? I'm like, no, sweetie. Alright, so it's essentially this section here. Okay, if start date is greater than the end date. Oh, okay, yep, that's just referencing that though. Okay, let's console log start date. Let's figure this all out. So start date and then end date model greater or equal than don't know yet. Because I don't know if the start date and end date actually contain the time, though they should. Okay. When I click on that, that does all the dates. Wait, this is false by default. No backdating. It's gotta be. Alright, no, I'm confusing myself. Let's fix this one issue up. So the backdate, no backdate should be a true by default. Let's go back down here. So I had the similar issue the other day. Okay, so when we click on this, it gives us all of this information. So on the 26th, we can do it on the 26th. And this one, it's calmed out, so it's this one, the end date we want to actually look at. And I think you're right. I think this is meant to have an equal in here. So let's just wait a couple of seconds. So that's on the 8th of the 12th. Not quite yet. Just gonna put in minus 1000 times 60 seconds times 60 minutes times 20, so a day. Gonna see if that works. Gotta wait a second. And that goes all the way down to the 12th. Alright. So that is a solution. Alright. And that still goes to the 12th. Alright, sweet. And then someone has to go that to the 31st and go to the 31st, and if I'm like, oh no, it's meant to be on the 24th, and then the 24th. Alright, sweet. I'm happy with that. And then with the between dates, so, no backdating. Let's get this up and running. So we need to go to either new change task and change task information. So between dates, what we want to do is we want to go vbind no back dating equals false. because we want it to happen. And then I just got to double check that I've actually spelt all of that right. No backdating. Yep, cool. And then if we refresh on here, these cross out automatically. We won't be able to move the start date forward because the end date has to be set first. So if we just do it this. And there we go. Okay. Now the problem is we can still put the task end date outside of the end date of the RFC. In this sort of case, I do want to actually start flagging stuff down here. Be like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, it's best not to do this, and so forth like that. Just red text. Okay, so that's working fine. I've also got to do it on the new RFCs, or new change tasks. Wherever I put them. Run items. Be bind. No back dating equals false. And hey, Chris, how are you? Welcome. I've also got Socks here. She's looking cute as ever. Oh, all right. I'll just there go Socks. So, there we go. How's your stream, by the way? What were you playing tonight? And here's a big like Socks. Look, say hi. She's like, nah. She's not in a very meowing mood tonight, but she does love her pats here. There we go. Yeah. Just played too much out. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Just trying to think, what is the time there? You're running really late. So it's nearly 9 here. Am I minusing 5 hours? So is it 3 a.m.? I can find this out. Oh, 4 a.m. Oh, Jesus. Oh, all right. Wow. Must have been a good night. I'm assuming you're like going to crash in a second. Oh, I've got so much stuff on my desk at the moment. Anyway, get back to this. So now these, when we do the new, I tried out some new strats and just chilled out. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, getting rid of that. I don't know why I went here. All right, did. But yeah, sleep time. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you very much for the raid. And thank you very much for the sub. I just saw that 20 months. Damn. Can't believe I've been streaming for that long. But yeah, greatly appreciated. And thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Alright. Going down here. Alright, these... oh, okay, no, we purposely... That's perfectly fine. Oh, we actually wanted to test the new change item. So these, we won't be able to go back. Great. However, we can go forward. Sweet. And what we can do, just because this is going to be annoying for everyone. So when we're running a... At this moment, having this cross through should be done because we haven't actually submitted this RFC. This RFC can't be done in the past. You shouldn't be able to, you shouldn't be backdating these things. So, yes. But when we have a read-only, let's jump into let's say a finished one. Let's finish off this one. So it started, successful. Close RFC. You don't want those lines coming through it. Okay, I've accidentally solidified that at that level. So RFC 8. Let's go admin. Request for change. That's 8. Let's put that on. I just clicked today just because it'll be quicker, but let's just put it on. Yep. Save. We don't want something like this when this is set to completed, because that doesn't make much sense. So I'm going to put this as a bug. That was me saying bug and minor at the same time. A minor bug. And here, so finished RFCs should have their dates / times crossed out. Alright, method 1, log into NearBeach, 2, navigate to an old RFC that has been completed successfully. 3, scroll down to the important dates, expected results, important dates to be easily read, actual results, dates have crossed out times because they are in the past. Alright. This is a minor bug. This is easily fixed. Submitted, assigning me. We can probably fix this right now. Whoop. Okay. You okay there, Socks? You're like, nah. Someone's already given you treats. You gotta wait another half an hour. Alright? You'll be fine. Okay. So that should be an easy fix because this is set at, if we actually have a look at the RFC. Let's go. So we've got the status finished. So I reckon finished or rejected will be fine for this status. If we actually hit this, we actually don't have a closed flag on here. So that might actually be something we implement way down the track if we ever want to actually customize the RFC statuses. But they're currently set in stone just because that would be a lot of work to do. Alright, so we're happy with the between dates. I'm not complaining about that. That works perfectly fine. That will only happen when we need it, but I've got to comment this out. So if user has flagged they want to remove any dates prior to today, we will return the results. I'll tell you what, I'm a big believer of commenting your code just because I always forget what my code does sometimes. Return the results. Alright, so is all good. So let's close off some bugs at the moment. So users cannot start. Okay, that's a bug we've just done tonight. That one's between dates. This one is now in the state of ready for retesting. Change slash users can place start dates before today. This one should be ready for retesting. Unchanged task information page cannot tell when the RFC starts and ends. This is what we're gonna have to fix. Yeah, all right. But let's hit this one very first because we should be able to get rid of this pretty quickly. Implementation start. So this will happen on the details tab. So if we go to the end date picker, we've got the disabled date functionality in here. Oh, this is a mix-in. So I'm just thinking what would be an elegant solution here because we've included a mix-in. Yes, at the moment that mix-in is only used for the RFCs, but that mix-in could easily be used for anywhere else in the code. So I've just got to think what would be an elegant solution for this. So yeah, this one's going to be a tricky one. All right. I'm going to get myself a quick drink of water. I will be right back. In the meantime, I will put the secret screen on. All right. All right, I am back. Hey, sweetie. Okay. We could put in some extra conditions. But yeah, this one is looking a little bit more complicated. I might need to actually create a mix-in that just deals with the RFCs and keep the original, this original one in here. The problem is I don't have any code shaking or tree shaking to remove that code. Oh yes. Does it need to be a mix-in? I'm going to say kinda. Just because that code's used, I tend to have a rule, if the code's used in 3 places, I definitely want to turn it into either a function, a mixin, or something like that. The idea is, mixing. Don't worry, I automatically corrected it in my head. In this sort of place, it is only used for RFCs, so I could rename this mixin to be specific to RFCs, and then all we need to do is import the status of the RFC, and then that should do it. I mean, that could be a perfectly valid reason. That could be extremely valid. But the problem is, this is the juggling act of mixins. The problem is the between dates would also use something similar. And we're not passing that information down into the between dates. I mean, another solution would be, can we do it in CSS? Right, this is a strike through. It's on text. There's a line through. Done. I could just put none. But it's done in JavaScript, because that's applied on the element itself. Yes, yeah, that is actually a really good point. I don't want to overly complicate it. If I can do this in CSS, where I just remove the line, so I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very minor bug. So it's one of those things that I can think about it for a little while and then implement, see if there's a better solution in the future. I mean, I might do something different, or, you know. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna write up what I've just thought of. So down here under the text, big issues here. 1. The method used to calculate if the dates can be used is a mixin. I just write a mixing. Mixin. This mixin could be utilized in multiple places. And hey, Brom, how are you? I hope you're going well. I forgot what I was going to say, but that's fine. That sentence makes sense. The method used. All right, change tasks currently uses the between dates component. This component is used in the vast majority of pages, cannot be tweaked. All right, so just add those in. That's food for thought. I really need to get like a stand or like a camera thingy. One day. Probably when I'm back from overseas. So yeah, I'm going to leave that one for now. It is a minor one. It is not really ruining anyone's day.
No.
So I'm going to back to issues. I'm going to close the quick view. Alright, so that's a minor one. Users can start. Let's see if we can fix this one up. So this will be a very quick and easy one. I thought it was strange that I didn't see that you're live because I thought I followed you. I accidentally unfollowed your Twitch. Oh, okay, damn. I remember clicking the follow button and it looked buggy. Oh, it hasn't come up now either. So now I shall follow. Ah. And thank you very much for the follow. I'm assuming it pops up and hope it won't bug out. Yep. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you came back and found me. Yeah. Alright, so with this one, users can start changing the RFC. So this is what we found earlier today. So I wrote down 2 solutions. And I keep clicking the wrong tab. So status and only have the ability to start these RFCs when it's started, or add in an extra step. I'm going to go with the former one. Just A, it's going to be a lot easier to do, and B, it means I'm not fiddling around even more to do with the processes and stuff like that. It's quite literally just the status coming down, being like, hey, this has been approved, this has started. So yeah, we can quickly do that. Now that I follow, I can see that you're live. Awesome. Oh, that's good. It hasn't told me that you followed. Uh-oh. Just wait. There we go. Yep, it's over there. Thank you very much for the follow. And it hasn't told me on that screen either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set up Memebox properly so that it will run on my computer. I did have it running at one point. I've just got to reset it up so that way followers sort of announce and so forth like that. I think this is the 4th time I followed. Oh, that's weird. Well, I can see it now in the records, so fingers crossed. Now it must be work since my computer is less laggy. Fair enough. Well, welcome back. Let's fix some bugs. Alright, so the easiest solution and the more elegant one is just to send the information down here, because I can also use it down here too. I can actually state what status the task is at. So yeah. Anyway, let's go into the code. Between dates we can close. What can we close? Change task. Information we want to keep open. RFC run items. No, we don't want that at the moment, but we do want the run sheet list. So some of you might have noticed just before that I had buttons on the run sheet. So whenever something was approved and it was ready and I hit start, it actually started stuff. So we can almost copy the code. Almost. So we need, this is the success button. This is the fail button. Where's the start? That's finish task, start task. All right, so these are the tasks. So this is where the change task status is a 3, change task status is a 4. And am I in the right place also? Okay, let's tell you what, let's go back. This is in giraffe mode, isn't it? Oh no, this is finished. That should be finished. Oh no, it started. Finished will close. Yeah. Yeah, those are finished. Alright. So, new RFC. How to deal with aggressive estimates in Sprint. Are you trying to say that you're underquoting the estimates in a sprint? Alright. Oh, I only got one task in here. Approve RFC. Okay, so start RFC. Okay, so start task is what we're after. Alright, so Pumbus, so I can't say your first name. It's a good question. I sadly don't actually have an answer for you because usually whenever we do something like this, it usually gets estimated and everyone has a say in the estimates. They're like, okay, this is going to take me this long. This task will take me this long, and this task will take me this long. My producer will come in and then be like, all right, cool. I'm going to weight these. I know that he's really going to do this in this amount of time, and he just adds a bit more extra on. And he's like, all right, cool. We're going to have a discussion around these. We're going to add hours in here and so forth. And then, yeah, that's how we usually tend to do. Well, that's technically quotes. So, how much that's actually a really good idea. So tracking how much you overshoot by the average, and then add it to the estimates. So yes, that's actually a really good solution for that. So thank you, Nocturne. Sorry, I'm listening to the song at the same time. So yeah, usually a lot of the times when we do quotes, I haven't actually done many sprints per se. In my time, just because I've been working at digital agencies and startups and all that kind of stuff, so it's usually more of a jump from one task to another. Yeah, it's something I tried to get my old job to do. Yeah. I mean, we have Gantt charts and all that kind of stuff, so yeah, because people kept underestimating things. Yes! I also do that too, because you think you can do it in a certain time, but you always forget there's always something like a hurdle or two, or in my case, 10, which you got to jump over, which slows things down. I know this because I just had a deployment a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, fun times. Which is why producers usually try and add on that little extra. Alright, change tasks. Oh. So start task is here. I'm now writing an application to learn C# at a community college. Oh, nice. Well, I found a Nextcloud replacement. Ah! What's the replacement? And did you get Nextcloud working? Okay, so it's this one. I'm very sure it's this one because it says start task. Start task, yep. Then we got a finish task, and then it tells us if it's successful or failed. So if we go start task, got finish task, and then it goes, oh, okay, just goes into successful. It worked kinda. Oh, what went wrong? I know that we had the reverse proxy issue. Hopefully that was fixed. But also, let's just wait. Nextcloud was built off yeah, I used to have it running on Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi 1. Own cloud. It wouldn't work even when I didn't use Cloudflare. Oh! And what version of PHP did you have? Yeah, OwnCloud. Yep. Alright, I also realized I didn't need all the features of Nextcloud, so I'm switching to File Browser, which is more lightweight. Oh, okay, I've never heard of this one. Alright, we'll get distracted at the moment. Oh. Nice. Oh, okay. Took a little while for the pictures to jump in. I was about to say, oh, okay, this is a bit empty. Okay. Oh, nice. Well, you'll have to tell me how it goes. So, yeah. Alright. So for me, it's just a dump file, so I don't want on my PC, e.g. Linux. Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. And then you can store them up somewhere safe. Okay, so this. We never see reject button. Oh, that's if the task status is 6. No. Alright, change task 5. I know this is 9, but I can just update here. The inventory is doing a good job making it, so I only need one USB to use many USB. Oh, ISOs, yep. Oh, I never... It's an open source tool to create bootable USB drives. Ah, okay, cool. You don't need to format the disk over and over. You just need to copy the. Oh, that's. Well, that's actually nifty. Considering I used to have to. Actually, I got a couple of USBs on my desk. Yeah, I've never heard of this. Oh wow. So I just got to put the the dimension. You don't need to format that. You just need to copy that blah over to the file's USB and boot them directly. And you can copy many files at a time and it will give you boot memory. Oh my god. All right, no, this is actually. Right, give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Bookmarks. Where's my little star? There you are. Okay. I thought I had a Linux folder on here. my turn. Not a problem. References. New folder. Linux. Save. Alright, cool. I am definitely going to be using this. Let's just say I think this USB is for Ubuntu. This is just a blank USB. Pretty sure this is also a Ubuntu thing. And just having one disk would be kind of neat, and just carrying that around. Quick question, does it support Apple? Because I got to format my old MacBook Air. This way. Mac. There. Okay. Blank micro SD cards. Oh, yep. I've got a little tiny one which I got to get photos off. I've got a few SD cards around, but that's because the old Raspberry Pi 1, the Raspberry Pi 3, and also because I do a lot of photography with my Canon. I've a lot of USB for a lot of different distros, yeah. And then, all right, this one's 8 gig, so it's not so big. This one, I think, it's rather new. I think this is 30 gig? 32 gig. So it can hold quite a lot of your distros on it. And I've got 3 more 32 gigs. Just a few. Just a few. Okay, this will be a cool tool. In fact, I might send that to a friend. I think I know one of my friends might really enjoy it. All right, getting distracted. What bug were we doing? All right, so we need to feed that down into here. So we need to feed it down into the information page. Ooh, just wait, this reminds me. Sorry, this is just, I check that almost weekly at the moment. All right, getting back into here. So the fail button is not appearing. Yeah, I didn't really take a screenshot. The success button is appearing, but there's no beyond or anything like that. It's useful because my friend sends me some enterprise Windows 10 to do every so often. Oh, fair. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I think I was talking to my partner the other day. I have 50 legit copies of Windows through NearBeach, because NearBeach is a not-for-profit, because we want to actually test on Windows. I was like, you know what, because Windows costs money, and I'm like, no, I'm not buying an operating system when I use Linux, and I need to test on it. So I was like, you know what, I'll see if they've got a deal for not-for-profits, and they did. And I applied for it and got it. And that's how I have 50 copies. I only really needed 3, but that's fine. I only use Windows for testing NearBeach anyway. Alright. So let's go to change. So the start button, we're actually looking at the change start. We're looking at this. Alright, not the... And where is this V else coming from? And why didn't I line things up correctly? Alright. does not equal 4. Okay, cool. And then that's the end of the div. Then else, if it doesn't, if the change task. Oh, this is. I can't. I do believe it explicitly says it in the agreement that I can't sell them or profit off them. So yeah, but I do actually have I have legit copies of Windows 95, Windows ME, Windows XP, Vista, Windows 8, 8.1. I eventually did. Yeah, I did actually get Windows 7. Windows 10. Well, I have Windows 10 now. But yeah. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So, my family bought a copy of Windows 95, Windows ME. We then got XP with our computers because Dell, they get shipped with it. Vista with their computers because it got shipped with it. I went out and bought Windows 8. Got a free upgrade to 8.1. And then I got technically a free upgrade to Windows 10. But the problem is, to install Windows 10, I needed to install Windows 8, upgrade to 8.1, and then upgrade to 10. And that would take a full day. And that was at that point where I was like, you know what? I've bought enough copies. I'm over this. I need to figure out how many legit copies of Windows I own, because when I reinstall Windows, they never ask if me to put a key if I sign into my Microsoft account. Oh. Might be linked to your account. I know with my Windows 7, this used to drive me nuts. So, oh no, Windows 8. Windows 8. This used to drive me nuts. So I bought a legit copy of Windows 8. It didn't come with, it was literally a bare bones copy of Windows. It cost $50 for me to be able to play music and watch videos, even though it was a $10 sort of license key. Pissed me off that people were like defending that. I was like, no, it's meant to be a $10 sort of thing. They're profiting $40 off this. Anyway. So, every month, it would come out and be like, oh, this is no longer a legit copy of Windows. And I just used to drive me nuts. And I was around about, when was that? I'm trying to think when I was on Windows 8.1. $2012, wasn't it? Yeah. And the instant Steam came out on Linux. That's when I stopped using Windows 8. So yeah. Because they auto-install the Pro version, yeah. Oh. Is the site not working at the moment? Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting super distracted. Ah, yes, we gotta do the start and so forth in here with the proper thing. So, what we've got to do, change task. So we've got to go to the views and actually send that data down. So, under NearBeach, we want views. We want change task views. So change task information. So we've got the change task ID. Change task has been deleted or does not exist. Go to 404. Yep, that's. Okay. Yes, we definitely do want to do this afterwards. So this would be RFC results. equals request for change.objects.get RFC ID equals the change task results dot if I wouldn't have to download my entire stream, I would install the enterprise version my friend sent to me because it has no bloatware installed. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't blame you. It's nice having not to worry about all that bloat. Alright, request for change .objects will get RFC RFC ID. Okay. Yeah, I ended up having, even though I used Linux as on my main computer and stuff like that, I ended up having to work from home a couple of days, which sadly back then I used to use Excel quite a lot. So yeah, by default with a load of apps which I don't even use here. Alright. Okay, then what we want to do is down here, RFC results, see results. Okay, we're just going to pass through all the results. It doesn't hurt that we're passing it all the way down at the moment. What we want to actually do is, even though we're getting one particular field, it is a bit of overkill sending everything down. So I'm just having a quick think at the moment what I want to do in this particular case. Okay. What I could do, RFC status, RFC results dot RFC status underscore RFC status. That will give us the plain text, or should be plain text version of the RFC status. So what we want to do is we want to find the change task information page template. Request change task information. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm just see status. I'm just putting it at the top just to see if we're getting the correct data through. Request for change not defined. That we made a mistake. So what we want to do, go back in here and sneeze. Sorry about that. Okay, so RFC request for change in here. That will fix that issue. Dismiss that. Has no object RFC ID. Oh, all right. Request for change, I think it is. So if we have a look in here, query set. Alright, I'm screwing up here. So what we want to do is we want to go to our models. It is meant to be this. So what we'll do, just delete everything for the moment. RFC ID equals 1. It's a bug, we know. Alright, that's another bug further down. Alright. Cool. So, change task results. So what I want to do is up here, change task. Then we need to find the foreign key. Nope, too far. That's what we want. Oh, is this not picking the... It's not doing a get. Oh. Alright. That is actually a bug. Got to love bots already discovering my new domain. They're pretty quick. They are pretty quick. I wouldn't know how. I got 400 visits for a simple Hello World site. Damn. Should optimize it so that now that would be a challenge. Optimizing your SEO to get above this one, the helloworld.com.au. Or the Hello World film. Oh, sorry. Alright, cool. Change task code does not utilize a get. In ORM. Please take note of the change task object filter. This should be a simple change task objects.get. We'll need to update this and follow changes through to the Vue.js template. Alright, this is a priority of a major one because this is an issue that we do have to fix. This is part of the change tasks, so request for change. I've got to update that subsystem to actually contain change tasks, but for the moment that's perfectly fine. Let's go create. We're finding lots of bugs tonight, but we're fixing quite a lot. Alright, so that should, in theory, RFC ID expected number, but alright, that's not a problem. There we go. And then down here, the reason why it didn't work was simple. Okay, so we're going to pick a status there. Notice how it comes through as started, which is what we want. All right. That should be fine. And then what we need to do is vbind RFC status equals RFC status. And then we go back to the change task. And we can use the status in multiple places. So I'm not going to use it just in one place. RFC status. This is a type of string. Default is empty status. That should be fine. Then up here, we've got the change task. We've got the back. So that would be the go back. So instead of that, what we want to do is we want to have a RFC status, and then it would be the RFC status. And then simple line break. So when the designs are done, I'm going to build it out. Oh, fair enough. What are you using for doing the designs? Figma? Or are you using another one? All right, RFC status, empty status. So at the moment, we've got an empty status. So I am going to assume I'm not sending data down correctly. RFC status. Oh. This is change task information. Yep, change task information. RFC status. Oh, fair enough. Yep. I do like Figma. Okay. That should be passing it down. But we've got empty status. This actually might be a very specific case of this is coming through as an object, but it gets translated into a string at this level, but it's not doing it for here. So one way to test it, this is just the theory, is, you know what I've done wrong? I haven't put it in quotes. That's it. There we go, that was it. It wasn't what I was thinking. Just needed quote. I don't like Figma now because they basically said they're a Adobe XD replacement, and they got bought out around about 2 weeks ago by, you guessed it, Adobe for 20 billion, damn. Adobe's loving to shut down their competition. Damn. That's what I should have done. Should have built a Photoshop clone. Alright, so this is started. That is great news. So when this task is started, that's when we want to show those things. So change task information. So if we scroll up, start change task. This is actually meant to be, and this RFC status equals started. Just copying and pasting that in to make sure that I haven't spelt anything wrong. It's not too late. Yep, Figma was better than Adobe. Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I had not played around with XD, so I don't know. All right. Start change task, finish change task, and RFC status equals started. Okay. Cool. Just reject start change task. Actually, I don't think I need it here at all, because the status will update. Because it needs to hit this level and pass this level before moving to this level, because the change start status is blocking it. Alright, so let's well, this one we can close off. Alright. Let's create a new request for change. Let's go testing the new features, blah, blah, test. There's an open source alternative called Penpot, I think it's called. Ooh. Oh, I've been to it apparently. Oh. Alright, this is... So now you guys have to see me go through all of this. This again. I know I've got a... I should clean up some of this. Software. Nice. So it's web-based, I'm assuming. That black line. I will actually give this a shot. Wow. Alright, I am going to have a look at that. That's kind of cool. Alright, get back to this very quickly, just because I want to test this out. It is getting nearly 10 o'clock. 29 point. I forgot what version I'm at. 6. This is another one of those ones which is taking forever to actually implement. I've also got to fix up the screen eventually. Implementation plan, workout plan, test plan. You change task. Put in a couple. Remember, change tasks can happen in parallel as long as they're not the same user isn't doing them in parallel. I will be running checks and all that kind of stuff later down the track. All right, let's submit for RFC approval. It goes through the approval process. Yay. All right, cool. So now we're in the start RFC mode. Let's notice how we waiting to start. If we click in here, we can't do anything. We just have to click cancel. And then if we click RFC start, it will just reload the page and we can actually start the task. Because yeah, it goes, and then you can click on start task, and then reject task or finish task. So yeah. Yes, I will be. So eventually, that is also another issue which I gotta fix up. Is I want to actually implement the blocking of tasks, because there are certain tasks you do not want to start unless one task is finished. For example, you don't want to start a database migration without having the database backed up first. It's 1 PM and I haven't decided what internal project I want to do today. I don't know if I have two options. Finish Pomodoro timer overlay with this controller via Twitch bot, or add more features to Discord. Or flip a coin. Or do 50-50. Anyway, so we do have in here change task blocks. I haven't actually implemented this properly, so this model actually stems from the old NearBeach model setup. So I haven't quite fixed it up yet and done it. So the idea is you'll have something that blocks something, and I will run checkers. Another thing which I want to actually do is, for example, if something blocks something, and that's something that it is blocking is ahead of the time than what it is, it should tell the user, hey, this is a problem, and so forth like that. So yes, those are little bugs which I will be fixing hopefully soon. I am spending a lot of time on the RFCs. I want to get the RFCs up and running. So I think I'm gonna do the Discord bot since I spent 3 days working on the stream overlay thing. Oh, fair enough. Do it. Alright. Though it'd be looking nice. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. I like the green. I like the font. Yeah. Simple, easy. And I'm assuming that just are you gonna put like a background on it? Or so that way, I'm assuming because when you overlay it on your stream, you'll have a background so that it pops out a little. I'm just assuming. So yes, Nocturnal, yes, I'll be doing that. Also, if we go, I'll just go cancel here. If we go down here, I will be ordering these by the start time. So that way these are all in order, unless there is a block. We shouldn't be having a block that should be starting at the same time. So yeah, it's going to be a Twitch overlay for a friend. Oh, fair enough. Yep. So yeah. All right. The finished tasks here are always just going to go to successful. However, these ones, if you start the task, you can reject the task here, and then this will be rejected, and then this will be failed. Okay. Anyway, I do believe that bug is now fixed. So this needs to go into ready for retesting. So my current issues are, there are 15 in here. So how much ready for retesting is 8. So we're creating more bugs than we're finding more bugs than we are fixing at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. Anyway, it is pretty much 10 o'clock here. I am having to go find someone to raid. Just because my neighbors get a bit annoyed when I'm still talking at 10 o'clock at night, as they tend to do. Oh, Togglebit is running. We haven't raided Togglebit in a while, so let's go raid Togglebit. Let's make sure that I've got him on mute straight away, so that, because I know the voice will drown me out. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. We have fixed some bugs. We have found some bugs. We are getting the RFCs polished to where we want it, so which is great news. So yeah, if you guys want to follow me, I do have a Twitter. I also have a Discord, which you can ask questions about NearBeach and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, all right, cool. Any questions? Eric, thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight, and I will see you again on Wednesday. So this week I'll be streaming on Wednesday again. Friday I will be missing out again because of social obligations. Next week I'll be streaming Monday, and then it will most likely be a Thursday, because next week I will be somewhere else. So yes, I will. It'll be a little bit of a surprise to next week. Alright, thank you very much, everyone, and I do hope you enjoy Togglebit's stream.
Don't find what we want, right? Instead of getting nothing there, we want to map the none to an error, right? So we can say